anywhere you'd like to go today, or would you like me to suggest somewhere interesting? Yeah, so I'll help you with that later. Yeah, so one of the better routes that we have is we fly from Macau to Hong Kong. So we take off Macau, we land at the new Hong Kong airport, and then we'll take off again and we head to Kai Tak Hong Kong airport. Alright, if that's alright with you, we will do that. Yeah. Right. Alright, you want to move your seat forward, left hand on the top handle there. Yeah, right hand on this right handle. Yeah, just raise the handle and pull yourself forward. Right, if you stretch your feet out, you want to put your feet on the rudder pedal. You can see the pedal. See the pedal on the left side. Yep, and the pedal on the right side. Alright, just make sure you're comfortable with the pedals. Alright, so we use these pedals on the ground to keep the aircraft straight. If you want to move to the right, we step on the right pedal. If you want to move to the left, we step on the left pedal. Alright, but the key to it is just small steps on it because it's very sensitive. Alright, once we have taken off in the air, we will use the pedals to bring our feet all the way back. Alright, on the left hand side there's a headset just over there. Yep, we'll be using that. Alright, the mic will be on your left side. Yep. Okay. So I'll just explain to you the primary flight controls. Over here we have the control column. We hold it by putting our hands like that. Yep, if you pull back on the control, the aircraft pitches up so it flies upwards. Okay. If you push it forward, aircraft pitches down so it flies downwards. Alright, if you turn it to the left, aircraft rolls to the left. And if you turn it to the right, aircraft rolls to the right. Right, so everything we do with this primary flight control will all be displayed over here on the primary flight display over on that screen there. Okay. We call this the artificial horizon. Blue's the sky, brown's the earth, and the white line crosses the horizon. Yes. Black dot represents our aircraft. Black bars represents the aircraft wings. Okay. Right, each line here is 2.5 degrees, so this is 2.5, 5, 7.5, 10, 12.5, 15. On takeoff, we want to bring the aircraft to 15 degrees. So all you have to do is pull back on this control, and this dot will start to go up. As it's about to reach 15, just push it slightly forward and it will stay on 15. Okay. Right, passing 1,000 feet, just lower it to 12.5. Straight and level 5 degrees on a descent between the horizon and 2.5. Right, over the left hand side we got the airspeed indicator. Right hand side we got the altimeter indicating height above sea level. And over at the bottom we got the upper portion of a compass, which is magnified on the navigation display over here. Right, so this white triangle here represents our aircraft. Currently we are pointed in the 343 degrees magnetic direction. Right, every time we fly we always follow a heading bug, which is this magenta bug here. So let's say if you want to make a turn to the right onto 070 where this heading bug is. If you look on this screen, all you have to do is turn to the right. Right, when you turn right, the whole compass will turn left, so this heading bug will move with it. You want to align the aircraft with our heading bug like that. See, the red and the white is aligned. Aircraft wings are level. When that happens, we are headed in the correct direction. Okay. Alright. Over here we got auto brakes. We use number 3 for landing and RTO for takeoff. RTO stands for rejected takeoff. So that in the event that the aircraft has any malfunctions on the ground, any problem with the aircraft, we just bring these throttles all the way back and the brakes will slow the aircraft down. Right, so if you could set this to RTO please. Yep. Right, over here we got the landing gear. We bring it up after takeoff and bring it down for landing. To move it, make sure you pull it out before you move it up or down. Okay. Alright, on the left hand side we got the N1 gauges. We call it, these are the engine gauges, 1 and 2, which is controlled by throttle 1 and 2 over here. Okay. Right, so this is for power setting. So if you want to set a power setting of let's say 40% when you move both the throttles forward, like this, another indicator will appear on the outside. So you want to bring this outside indicator to number 4 like that and you get 40%. So we try not to look on the inside of the gauge, we look on the outside. On the outside, yeah. Yep. So it will give you a rough estimate of about 40%. Then after, if you need to adjust, then you adjust accordingly. Right, if you want 20%, just bring it back to number 2 like that and you get 20% shortly. Alright. Over here, thrust reversers. We use this on the ground to slow the aircraft. So once we have landed, we bring it up, helps to slow the aircraft down. Right. Speed brakes over here. Speed brakes are aerodynamic surfaces used to slow the aircraft down on landing. It's the one you see coming above the wings 90 degrees. Yep, so on the approach, we just put it to the arm position over here. Okay. Alright, over here.
You put it in the arm position when you're landing?
Yep, it automatically go all the way back when it touch the ground. Alright, over here we got the parking brakes, just like your car handbrakes. When you're about to move off, push it forward, make sure the red light goes off. Okay. And we got flaps over here, so flaps are aerodynamic surfaces which comes out at the back of the wings, behind the wings. Yep, so it allows us to fly at lower speeds on takeoff and landing. Right, we use flaps 5 for takeoff.
Yes.
And flaps 30 for landing.
Okay.
Alright, so if you can move this to 5, please. Yep, jump, lower it to 15 first, bring it down to 15, move it forward, and then pull it up again. Right, over here, fire protection unit, we won't be using it. Radios and navits, all the communications over here. Right, up on top here we have a mode control panel, which is mostly the autopilot stuff, so we won't be using much of it.
Okay.
And everything else is on top here. Right, so when you're ready, we'll switch on the runway lights, 1, 2 and 3, just push it down. Yep. Over here we got the anti-collision and strobe, this too, push it down.
Anti-collision.
Yep, and this one here. And we got the fasten seatbelt sign over here, so push it forward. Alright, when you're ready, release the parking brakes, push it forward. Alright, set power to 40%. Yep, so push it forward. Yep. Alright, that's good, that's 40. If you look outside, the aircraft is moving. Now we increase it to 95%. Just a bit more to 95. Step on the right pedal, use your right leg. Right pedal. Yep, so use the pedals on the ground, don't use this on the ground. Use your legs, yep. Right, step on the left pedal. Yep. Alright, now we'll pull back on the control column. Pull back, keep pulling. Keep pulling. Keep pulling back. Alright, so if you look at the blue area, you want to bring it to 15 degrees, so pull back, keep pulling back. Keep pulling back. You want to bring it here 15 degrees.
To 15.
Yep. Pull back, pull back, pull back. Yep, to 15 degrees over here. Alright, just push it forward. Alright, bring the landing gear up. Alright, bring your feet all the way back. And we'll make a turn to the right onto 072. Turn to the right onto 072. Right, just lower the aircraft to 12.5 over here. Yep, just lower the aircraft to 12.5. Bring the power back to 85%. Bring the power back to 85%.
85?
Yep.
Around that.
Alright, maintain. Alright, we'll just bring it down to 5 degrees over here. And bring the power back to 50%. So you need to hold it there. Yep. Don't let go of the control force. Alright, you want to maintain 5 degrees, so you need to pull back and hold it there on 5 degrees. Alright, start to bring the wings level, so turn back to the left now. Turn back to the left. Lower the nose, you want to keep it on 5 degrees. Keep it on 5 degrees. This line here. Push it forward. Alright. We'll just keep it on 7.5 for now, 7.5. So this line here. So pull back. Right. So if you keep pulling back, the aircraft will keep going up. So you see the black dot keep going up. You want to just pull back and just... So we lower it to 5 degrees. So let's say if you lower it to 5. When you bring it to 5, you just hold it there like that.
Okay.
Yep, and it will stay on 5. So you want to keep it on 5. Just make a turn to the left onto 070. Turn to the left. On the 068, maintain 5 degrees, don't let the aircraft drop. Alright, start to bring the wings level, so turn back to the right now. Right, maintain 5 degrees. Alright, we'll bring the landing gear down. Right, auto brakes to the off position. Yep, and over here we got flaps to 15. Flaps to 15. Yep, right, maintain 5 degrees. Right, if you look outside, you see that island in front? That's
Yes.
Hong Kong Airport. We can't see it yet, but as we get nearer to it, you start to see it appear.
Okay.
Right, just maintain 5 degrees for now. Not too much. So you see, if you keep pulling, it will keep going up. So you just want to hold it on 5.
So I have to keep on looking at the instrument, not outside.
Yeah, most of the time we look on the inside, but
Okay.
you want to look inside and outside both, but you want to try to keep it on 5. Alright, we'll just turn to the right onto 072 now. Turn to the right, so now we're on 068. You want to turn onto 072. Right, turn to the right here onto 072. Right, bring the wings level, turn back to the left now. Right, that's good. Alright, bring the flaps to 30. Yep, increase power to 71%. And just lower the nose to 2.5. Yep, and we'll maintain 2.5. That's good. Right, if you look outside, can you see the red light in front of us?
Yes.
Yeah, so the runway is just to the left of it. If you look outside, the runway is slightly to your right, somewhere here.
Yeah.
And the red light is about 1/3 up the screen in front. About 1/3. Yep, so you want to maintain these visuals all the way to the runway. If you start to move left or right, you want to adjust back to, come back to this image. It's a bit hard to see, but I'll help you with that.
Okay.
Alright, we'll just turn to the right onto 073 now. Just raise the nose slightly above 2.5. Yep. Bring the wings level. Turn back to the left now. Right, that's good. So if you look outside, the red light on the left side, that's the runway. The red strip will turn grey shortly.
Okay.
Alright, later when you hear 500, just put one hand on the throttles but don't move it. So just put your hand here. Shortly after that, when you hear 100, we want a flat aircraft, so all you have to do is just pull back on this control column 1 inch towards you. So just pull back like that and hold it there.
Okay.
When you hear 100.
Alright.
Alright, shortly after that, when you hear 50, just bring the throttles all the way back at 50.
Okay. And I hear 500, I hold.
Yep.
Okay.
100, you pull back 1 inch on this and then hold it there. 50, bring the throttles all the way back.
Okay.
Right, maintain 2.5.
1,000.
Alright, that's good. Just want to turn just a bit to the left, just a small left turn. Alright, that's good. Bring the wings level. Right, just lower the nose to maintain 2.5. Alright, that's good. Maintain 2.5. Alright, when you hear 500, hands on the throttle.
500.
Yep. Right, when you hear 100, just pull back 1 inch on this and just hold it there. I'll help you with that, so don't pull back too much.
Approaching minimums. minimums.
Alright, just pull back 1 inch, just hold it there, that's good. When you hear 50, bring the throttles all the way back. Alright, throttles all the way back.
30.
Throttles all the way back.
20.
Alright, just hold it there, you can put your feet on the rudder pedal in front. Alright, hands on the throttle, increase power to 95%. Yeah. Increase power to 95. Alright, that's good, that's 95. Use your feet to maintain direction on the ground. Step on the right pedal. Alright, now pull back on the control column to 15 degrees. On this control column. Yep, pull back to 15 degrees. Pull back. Keep it straight. Yep. Keep pulling back. Alright. So if you look over the blue screen, that's 10 degrees, 12 and a half, and 15. So just push it forward to stay on 15. Bring the landing gear up. Alright, bring your feet all the way back. And we'll make a turn to the left. Alright, so when you're ready, turn to the left. Alright, we'll lower the aircraft to 12 and a half, this line here. Yep. Bring the power back to 85%. Just 85. Yep, just a bit. Yep, just hold it on 85. Alright, maintain 12 and a half. Keep turning to the left. So just pull back just a bit more. Right. So we must maintain 12 and a half to fly over this peak here.
Okay.
Yep, that's 15. Just want to push it slightly forward. Alright, we'll lower the aircraft to 5 degrees now, so this line over here. Bring the power back to 50%. Yep, so you can bring it back now to 50, 50. Alright, just maintain 5 degrees, that's good. And we'll keep turning to the left until this line aligns with our aircraft. Yep, just pull back just a bit. Yep. So this is the airport you just took off from? You landed and took off from?
Oh, okay.
Right, you don't want to turn too much, just a bit to the left. Yep, maintain 5 degrees. Alright, you want to start to bring the wings level, so turn back to the right now. Turn back to the right. Just lower the nose to 5 degrees. Alright, that's good. Just maintain 5 degrees. Right, if you look outside, that's Hong Kong in front of us. Just in front. You start to see the buildings appear shortly. You've been to Hong Kong before?
No.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll be landing at the airport, it's just in the city area. Alright. We'll set the auto brakes to number 3. Yep, the speed brakes, pull it up. And just put it over here. Yep, if you let go of it now. Yep, that's good. Maintain 5 degrees. Alright, we'll bring the landing gear down. Flaps over here to 15. Yep, just maintain 5. Alright, just pull back, maintain 5. That's good. Alright, and we'll turn to the left onto 089. Alright, if you turn to the left now we're on 097, we want to turn onto 089. So we turn to the left, that's good. Alright, start to bring the wings level, so turn back to the right now. Alright, that's good. We bring the flaps to 30. Increase power to 71%. Yep, and just lower the nose to 2.5. Yep, maintain 2.5. Alright, if you look outside, can you see a blinking light in front of us? There's 3 lights that flashes in front of us.
Yes.
Yeah, so those 3 lights are aligned in this particular direction which we were going to follow. So we'll fly over all 3 lights. Towards the end of the lights, you'll hear a beeping sound. Once that beeping sound finishes, we'll turn right for the runway, which is on the right side with the 2 white lights at the start of it. Can you see it?
Okay.
Yeah. Yep, so just maintain slightly above 2.5. Yep, that's good. Not too much. Alright, just turn to the left onto 088. Now we're on 091, just 3 degrees to the left. Alright, start to bring the wings level, so turn back to the right now. Yep, maintain 2.5, just 2.5, lower the nose just a bit. Alright, so if you look outside, you see the lights, they actually lead you to the runway. But we wait for that beeping sound to finish before we turn right for the runway.
Okay.
So same thing later when you hear 500, one hand on the throttle. 100, just pull back 1 inch and hold it there on the control column. When you hear 50, bring the throttles all the way back. Right, later when you turn to the right, just make sure you maintain 2.5. So you want to look outside, inside, outside, inside. And you just want to turn to align with the runway. I'll help you with that, so don't worry.
Okay.
Right, just lower the nose to 2.5. Yep, just hold it on 2.5. So this is the old Hong Kong airport. It's already closed down already. Right, so that's the beeping sound. Once it finishes, we'll turn to the right. Alright, we'll turn to the right now. You just want to align yourself with the runway. Right, if you look outside, you can see how close we are to the buildings on the right. Right, have a look on the right, over here.
Okay.
Right, maintain 2.5, keep turning to the right. Hands on the throttle.
Approaching minimums.
Alright, start to bring the wings level, turn to the left now. Just lower the nose to 2.5. Alright, next when you hear 100, just pull back on this control column towards you 1 inch. Not yet, when you hear 100.
100.
Right, yep, just hold it there. When you hear 50, bring the throttles all the way. Right, throttles all the way back.
30.
Right, just hold it right there.
20. 10.
Alright, bring the thrust reversers up. Feet on the rudder pedal. Yep. Below 70 knots, we bring the reversers forward.
This one, eh?
Yep, push it forward. Yep, all the way forward. Alright, and we'll set the parking brakes on over here, so move this back. Alright, welcome to Hong Kong.
Okay.
How was it?